Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Quando muy savadana mate Quando muy savadana mate Jahara prasadeva evavatoriya jai Krishna prapti hoy jaha hoite Krishna prapti hoy jaha hoite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya Arana kori ho mane asha Arana kori ho mane asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati Je prasade pure sarva asha जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा। चक्षुदान दिलो जेई जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु सेई। चक्षुदान दिलो जेई जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु सेई। दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो। दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो। प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाश जाते। प्रेम भक्ति जहा होते अविद्या विनाश जाते। वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो। वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो। श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधमा जनार बंधु। श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधमा जनार बंधु। लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना। लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना। श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावन। श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावन। हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया। हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया। हे वेदास कुशुक्रि भुवाना। हे वेदास कुशुक्रि भुवाना। जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने। विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा। चैतन्य हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parijakacarya Ashtottara Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charnarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिरिध गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय, मथुरा धाम की जय, नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, तुलसी महारानी की जय, समवेद भक्त वृंद की जय, कलयुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि। All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
It's a translation of the Guru Puja. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So, thank you everyone for coming today to our Sunday Feast program. Puji, do you mind sitting on this side? Because ladies might sit all this way. Hare Krishna. So, we welcome you all to our Sunday Feast program. Winter is coming. Weather is getting cold. Even the devotees are getting cold. They want to stay in their house. But you are some of those chosen. We have decided to come today to our temple. And today we are going to speak or rather discuss on a very interesting topic called Samadhi. Anybody heard this word called Samadhi before? Raise your hand if you heard this Samadhi. Yeah, 1, 2, yeah. So, Samadhi. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so if you don't know, good you have come to the class. Then we'll know what is Samadhi. So, we'll understand, what this Samadhi is, how one achieves Samadhi. And if you're interested in achieving Samadhi, what is the easiest way, to achieve the Samadhi? So we'll talk about it. But before that, we'll do a little Mangalacharan. We are coming from our work, our home, so we want to now focus in the temple. So we're going to this Radha Madhav. This is called Mangalacharan. In this Mangalacharan, there's a word called Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari. Krishna, whose name is Radha Madhav, is Kunja Bihari. In the gardens of Vrindavan, he is wandering there. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. So he is very dear to gopis, and one who is lifting the Govardhan hill, Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana, who is the son of Mother Yashoda, Brajajana Ranjana, and who gives lots of pleasure to all the Brajvasis. Jamuna Tira Vanachari, and he also likes to wander on the bank of river Jamuna. So this particular prayers or song is all about Vrindavan. So we just hear this song. I'll sing, then you can repeat. And try to take your mind to Vrindavan. And then we'll discuss about Samadhi. What is Samadhi? Shri Radhesha. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Bhagavad-Gita live dito. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we'll be reading from chapter 2 of Bhagavad-Gita, verse 57. Okay, so this first line is a bit difficult to follow and pronounce, but let's try together, okay? Yaha sarvatran bhisnehas tattat prapya shubham. Yaha sarvatran bhisnehas tattat prapya shubham. Na bhinandati na dvesti, na bhinandati na dvesti, tasya prajna pratisthita, tasya prajna pratisthita. Yah sarvatran bhisnehas tattat prapya shubham. Na bhinandati na dvesti, tasya prajna pratisthita. Yah sarvatran bhisnehas तत्तत् प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता यः सर्वत्रान्विस्नेहः तत्तत् प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Anybody like to repeat? यः सर्वत्रान्भिस्नेहः तत्तत् प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. यः सर्वत्रान्भिस्नेहः तत्तत् प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. यः सर्वत्रान्विस्नेहः तत्तत् प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Okay, word to word. Yah, one who, sarvatra, everywhere. Anabhisneha, without affection. Tat, that. Tat, that. Prapya, achieving. Shubha, good. Ashubham, evil. Na, never. Abhinandati, praises. Na, never. Dveshti, envies. Tasya, his. Prajna, perfect knowledge. Pratisthita, fixed. Translation. In this material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Please repeat after me. In this material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There is always some upheaval in the material world, which may be good or evil. One who is not agitated by such material upheavals, who is unaffected by good and evil, is to be understood to be fixed in Krishna consciousness. As long as one is in the material world, there is always the possibility of good and evil, because this world is full of duality. But one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness is not affected by good and evil, because he is simply concerned with Krishna, who is all good absolute. Such consciousness in Krishna situates one in a perfect transcendental position called technically Samadhi. I repeat the last sentence. Such consciousness in Krishna situates one in a perfect transcendental position called technically Samadhi. So here Prabhupada is explaining what exactly is Samadhi, what does it mean. So today we'll elaborate more, on the topic. So let's do some prayers to Prabhupada and then we discuss. Om Ajnantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanesh Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Prabhu, can you just put translation of the translation part of the entire second chapter? Yeah. So you can just go on top and just click on this chapter 2 contents of Gita summarized. No, yeah, this link, yes. Yeah, now you can just go down, go to the verse 51. Hare Krishna. The translation of today's verse. Before 50. Yeah, just go, but yeah. Okay, Project, that's it. Yeah. So, translation of today's verse is: in the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. So, dear devotees, we are reading Srimad Bhagavad-Gita. Gita means Song of God. And, we just briefly repeat where we are. It's a war going on. War is about to start. Arjuna is supposed to fight with the opposite party where all his friends and relatives are there. And he refuses to fight. And Arjuna says, "My lord, I do not know whether I should fight or not fight. What exactly is my duty? I am completely confused." Then he asks so many questions to Krishna. And in this second chapter, Krishna is answering all the questions in a summary form. That's why this chapter is called the contents of Gita summarized. So today, Krishna is explaining to Arjuna that one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil one may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. So because we come Sunday to Sunday, I'm sure, we do not know against which question. Sorry, but you go to 54. So earlier, Krishna, he explained to Arjuna that, there are various activities one performs, and then he gives the details of, karma, vikarma and akarma. And in that, against that answer, Arjuna has more curiosity. Says, Krishna, those who understood what one's duties are, one who is fully fixed in Krishna consciousness. See, then Arjuna is saying, "Oh Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence?" Transcendence means that, he's not doing any favorable activity or an unfavorable activity. He's simply acting for the pleasure of God, for the pleasure of Krishna. So that means his consciousness is merged in transcendence. So then Arjuna says, "Tell me, what kind of person he looks like? How does he speak? What is his language? How does he sit? And how does he walk?" So, this is natural question. If somebody says, one should become devotee, and then these are the qualities of devotee. Then somebody will ask, there are 6 billion people in the world. How do I know who is that person? So we all try to identify a person with the external appearance, isn't it? So he says, how does he speak? A devotee, how does he speak? What is his language? How does he sit? And how does he walk? So he says, what are the symptoms of a person who is self-realized? So in that answer to that question, Krishna replies, Prabhuji, you can just move top. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desires for sense gratification, which arises from mental concoction, and when his mind is thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness." So briefly, I think we already covered this shloka. But Krishna is saying that, that person who is a devotee, whose consciousness is merged in transcendence, first of all, he gives up the sense gratification, which is arising from mental concoction. Now, who in this world does not want sense gratification? Everybody wants it, isn't it? Everybody wants sense gratification. We have 5 senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and touch. We always want something. People nowadays, they can't live without mobile phone. What are the most active organs in your body? 2 thumbs and mobile in eyes. Yeah, they want, this social media. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? They want something for eyes. What's going on? Something to hear. You see outside in the world. Nowadays, how many people, they have the headphone in the ears and they're walking. They're driving and they're hearing. So they want some gratification for their senses. I want to hear. You have a nice sunny morning, there's a nice breeze going on. Enjoy it. No, hearing. So everybody wants something to see, something to hear, and then smell. Smell is one of the most strongest sense. If you don't want to see something, you can close your eyes. If you don't want to hear something, you can cover your ears. But if some bad smell comes, you can close for some time your nose. But you can't close it for too long. This is the most irritating sense. If it smells good, then it's very nice. But bad smell, you can't tolerate more than a few seconds. It's a very strong smell. Then comes the smell, the sense of eating. Do you know what is the food business nowadays in this world? Trillions. Earlier people used to go to the shop. Earlier they used to grow something in the field, bring the vegetables at home, cook simply, offer it to Krishna and enjoy it nicely. Life was very easy. Then came supermarket. Then you have so many varieties of things to eat. And then came restaurant. People used to go, pay money and nice, clean, some music. Not only your taste, but your eyes, your ears, smell, everything is nice in the restaurant. Then you pay the money, then you enjoy the food. And now, just eat. How many delivery companies are there? Food delivery companies. You order online, and they guarantee you within 20 minutes it will be there. So you sit down, by the time you order, go wash your hands in the bathroom, just get ready and the food comes. In this country it is said, the pizza delivery company, they'll guarantee you pizza more quicker than the ambulance. I've experienced it. Mataji is from NHS. You call ambulance, says somebody is dying. You say, yeah, we'll come. They'll come after 1.5 hours. But pizza, 20 minutes. He says, if don't come in 20 minutes, pizza is free. So the sense of eating, everybody wants to eat. All the time, eat. And the sense of touch. The attraction of opposite sex, so strong. In our Shastra it is said the whole world is moving around this, chasing each other. The movies, the entertainment industry, everything. So Krishna says, that those who are given these varieties of desire for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction. So everybody is thinking that if somehow or other, if I gratify my senses, I will be happy. And Krishna says, it arises from mental concoction. What is mental concoction? You just speculate that if I eat, I'll be the happiest person. If I see something nice, I'll be the happiest person. If I touch the opposite sex, I'll be the happiest person. So eating, smelling, hearing, touching, this will make me the most happiest person. Tell us, let's discuss honestly, has this sense gratification made you happy in this world? No? Temporary, yes. But after eating, after 3 hours later, more eating. Hearing, what is number one song now? Lady Gaga. Then she becomes old. Who is the new? So you want to hear something new. Similarly, tasting. Oh, everyday pizza. Don't like pizza. I want burger now. So they give some temporary, illusory sensation of satisfaction. But it does not make you happy. In fact, it says it makes you more unsatisfied. So next time you even try harder than before. So some other place Krishna explains that Gratifying senses is like putting a petrol in a blazing fire. There's a blazing fire, and that if you want to put off the fire, you can. If you put up the water on it, it will go down. But what will happen if you put the petrol on? Anybody tried? Don't try at home. A little fire, put the petrol, the fire becomes more blazing. So people, they do sense gratification, but they're not satisfied. That's why you see, as the time passes, people have more gross methods of sense gratification. It goes more grosser and grosser and grosser. Why? Because previous attempt, they were not satisfied. They thought, let me try something different, something more, gross than before. Again, this is already covered, so we won't go much there. He says, when his mind thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone. So those who are self-satisfied, they are not interested in sense gratification outside. They are finding satisfaction in the self, because they are connected to Krishna. Then he is said to be in the pure transcendental consciousness. Then, Puj, you can go to the 56th one now. Then Krishna says, one who is not disturbed in mind, even amidst the threefold miseries or related when there is happiness, and one who is free from attachment, fear and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. So here Krishna says that person who is situated in transcendence is free from attachment, fear and anger. So he asks, what does these people do? So Krishna says those who are transcendentally situated, they are free from fear, attachment and anger. And then they are not elated when there is happiness, and their mind is, and they are not disturbed in a miserable condition. And then we go to the next, because 57 is also connected to the same thing. In the material world, this is today's shloka, in the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. This is a very beautiful shloka. So we'll just dissect, this translation. Okay, let's read the purport. Prabhuji, go to the purport. I'll just read it. Click on 57. Yeah. So Prabhupada says here, there is always some upheavals in the material world which may be good or evil. One who is not agitated by such material upheavals, who is unaffected by good or evil, is to be understood to be fixed in Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada says, there is always some upheaval in the material world. Upheaval means changes. There is always some changes in the material world. Have you all experienced changes? Yeah? Some years back I was young. I'm still young, but I was young. And then we had, I look very nice, I have nice hair, I look good. And before that, we were children. And we were happy going to school. Maybe not, but we are going to school. So we are changing. The world is changing. If you meet, some senior, citizens of our society, that's, 50 years back, the petrol was just 20p a liter. Now it is 129 a liter. Very bad society. So everything is changing. And when change happens, for some people it is good, for some people it is not good. So something which is giving pleasure to us, we call it as a good change. Something which is not good for us, we call it evil. This is not good for me. But change is always there. You cannot stop change. Has anybody succeeded in stopping the change? You cannot. Even right now we are speaking, 1 hour back, we are 1 hour old. Our body has changed. So many things have changed in this. Right now we are in our body. The change is happening constantly. You cannot stop change. But some change is good, some change is not good. For example, in this country, we have rain coming all the time. And suppose, there is a fire, in some, in Argentina, a couple of days back, there's a big fire near airport. And so many things, got destroyed. So when the fire happens, and then the rain comes, the rain is a change. So a person whose house is on fire, they think this rain is very good. It is putting off my fire off. So he thinks this is a good change. But person, who is having a cold, and suddenly the rain comes, he's drenched, he's cold, and he's homeless, and he has nowhere to live. For him the rain is not good. Rain is rain. But for some one person, it is good. For other person, it is bad. So here, the change doesn't mean it is good for everyone, or it is bad for everyone. Some change, a change, for some people it is good, for some people it is bad. Would you want to agree with me? Yeah, the change is relative. As long as one is in the material world, there is always the possibility of good and evil, because this world is full of duality. Prabhupada says this world is full of duality. There is always a change. How many of you have heard this word duality before? You heard it, yeah? So, anybody else heard this word duality? Duality means dual, two. This world is full of duality. If there is a day, there is a night. If there is a heat, there is a cold. If there is positive, there is negative. If it is up, there is down. There is no such thing in this world who does not have its opposite. Can anybody find something, a thing which has got no opposite? Everything is opposite. One who has got birth, is got death. If there is a land, there is a water. If there is a light, there is darkness. Everything is dual. Everything is duality. So Prabhupada says here, as long as one is in the material world, there is always the possibility of good and evil, because this world is full of duality. This duality you cannot avoid. If there is happiness, there is bound to be pain. Anybody can give example that my happiness is purely happiness. This happiness does not come with the pain. Any example? That this is pure happiness. It does not give me pain. We're talking about material happiness. Any happiness, it says this is without pain I can get my happiness. In fact, in those who go to the gym, there's a saying, many gym writes this: no pain, no gain. So if you want good muscle, you just eat whatever you want to eat, just sleep all night and all day, you will have good muscles. Possible? No. You go to the gym, you do this exercise, lot of exertion, then you get a good muscle. Nice, good muscles. If you want a good pizza, I like pizza. If you want a good pizza, what do you have to do for getting a good pizza? Ingredients, yeah. And if you want a good ingredients, a dough and a cheese and all, you just desire and it comes. True? You just says, pizza, and pizza comes. Does it happen like that? You just desire pizza and pizza comes. Unless you are a small child, and desire and parents give you. When parents say, pizza, then the pizza comes, No, if you want a pizza, you have to buy ingredients. And for buying the ingredients, you need money. How do you get money? You have to work. Yeah, so you have to work for a few hours. There is some pain in the work. Then you get a money. Then you buy the ingredients or you buy the pizza. Then you enjoy the pizza. So you get some happiness, but it comes with pain. There's the other way around also. If there is a pain, be sure there will be happiness. So all these, yogis and all, they go to the forest. They do severe tapasya. And they get all these siddhis, They get good, beautiful body, or, they can, create anything they want. So they do pain first and enjoyment later. But mostly in this world, you pay now, buy now, pay later. So you enjoy first and later on you pay. But pay you have to. So nothing in this world, it is absolute. So Prabhupada says here, everything is dual. But one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness is not affected by good and evil, because he is simply concerned with Krishna, who is all good absolute. So my dear friends, just focus this very nicely. Krishna says, Prabhupada says, but one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness is not affected by good and evil, because he is simply concerned with Krishna, who is all good absolute. Hare Krishna Mataji. Please come. So Prabhupada says, those who are fixed in Krishna consciousness, they are not affected by good and evil. Prabhupada is not saying that if you become devotee, no good or evil will come to you, everything will be good. No, as long as you are in this material world, the pain and pleasure will come, but you are not affected by it. Why it is devotees are not affected by pain and pleasure? Because they are connected with Krishna, who is all good absolute. If you are connected with Krishna, Krishna is the absolute. There is nothing opposite to Krishna. Can you say anything opposite to Krishna? Who is opposite to Krishna? There is nothing opposite to Krishna. It's pure goodness, pure pleasure. So if you are connected with Krishna, that is called transcendental. Then there is no duality. There is no positive, negative, up, down, pain, pleasure, nothing. You are simply connected with Krishna. So good and evil things will keep happening in this world, but if you are connected with Krishna, you are not affected by it. And that is the today's translation what Krishna is saying. In the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in knowledge. So Krishna says, neither praising it nor despising it. So anything, good, so-called good happens in devotee's life. is not praising it. Oh, so nice. I have worked so hard for it, and I like it. I will I want to preserve it. I want to take it more. He's not praising it, and not despising it. If anything bad happens, he's, oh, why this bad thing happened to me? What have I done? ये मैंने क्या पाप किए थे? ऐसा हो रहा है मेरे से. So that's fine. This is material world. Good and evil things will keep happening, but it's simply connected with Krishna and is not affected by it. So many years back, one of our great sannyasi devotee, Sridhar Swami, he said something very eye-opening. He said, in this world, suffering is inevitable. Yeah, listen carefully. In this world, suffering is inevitable. But pain is optional. Sorry, it's the other way around. In this world, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Pain will come no matter who you are, but suffering is optional. Whether you want to suffer or not, it is in your hand. So if you are not connected with Krishna, if you are just connected with your sense gratification, then this pain, when it comes, you will suffer. But if you are simply connected with Krishna, serving Krishna, then whatever the pain comes, you are not affected. In fact, anything bad happens to a devotee is very grateful to Krishna. He says, Krishna, I deserve more, but you are so kind to me that you are just giving this small token suffering. Actually, I deserve more, but you are giving me very just small suffering. I am very thankful to you, and he becomes happy. And anything good happens to him, what does he say? Oh Krishna, I am such a rascal, such a fool. I don't deserve this, but you are so wonderful. Even though I don't deserve it, you are giving it to me. So in both conditions, he is not really overly attached to it, or it is completely discarding it. So why the devotees are not affected? Because they are connected with Krishna, and Krishna is absolute. There is no duality in Krishna. Krishna is absolute. So then the last line of the today's purport. Such consciousness in Krishna situates one in a perfect transcendental position called technically Samadhi. You are perfectly, without any cessation, you are absorbed in serving Krishna. Completely absorbed in Krishna. That situation is called Samadhi. You are completely connected with Krishna. Prabhupada said the transcendental position called technically Samadhi. So before we started the class, we asked all of you, what is Samadhi? What do you understand by Samadhi? So Mataji said, that you sit down and you are meditating. That is Samadhi. Do you all think that is Samadhi? Not everyone can attend that, yeah. Okay. So let's just define Samadhi. What is Samadhi? Samadhi, if you can just give a simple English definition, complete absorption in absolute, or in other words, Krishna. Complete absorption. Sometimes in our life, we get sometimes, little small period of absorption. We are completely absorbing in Krishna. But then we come out, I go to work, I go to answer the door, or some phone call has come. We are not completely absorbed. Some parts comes, those who are sincere, small section comes. But it is not complete absorption. But as a devotee, in this human birth, our aspiration is that I want to achieve Samadhi, complete Samadhi. In other words, I want to completely absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, in serving Krishna. So there are two ways to achieve Samadhi. Hopefully at the end of class, you will aspire to achieve Samadhi. There are two ways to achieve Samadhi. One is called yoga, Ashtanga yoga process. We heard this yoga. What is what yoga? What does yoga means? Yoga means to connect. Yoga means to connect. Connect to whom? To the supreme power or supreme consciousness. That is connection. And in this Ashtanga yoga, it is called mechanical process. In mechanics, there are steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. You follow each step and then you progress. So there are 8 aspects or Anga. Anga means 8 parts of this yoga process. So first we'll take this yoga because this is most common, or popular in the current society. When you talk about yoga, what is the first thing coming in your head? Deep breath. Okay. You sit down, yeah? Then you close your eyes and, this is, yoga. This is mostly everybody thinks. All yoga studios, they say, come, and then, you do this. But let's explain, what exactly is yoga, Ashtanga yoga. So Ashtanga yoga has got 8 parts. The first part, it is called yama, or ethical restraints. Let me read it in detail. Ethical restraints and moral principles such as non-violence and truthfulness. Before practicing yoga, it is required you should have a very good character. I challenge you. Have you go to any yoga school, it says, I want to learn yoga. No teacher will tell you, have you got a good character? Now you pay £50 and get a yoga mat next time and I'll teach you, how to breathe. But the first requirement of doing Ashtanga yoga, you should have a good character. Okay, that is called yama. Next stage, niyama. Personal observance and disciplines including purity and self-content. Niyama, certain things you have to restrain yourself. For example, you can't be non-vegetarian and be a yogi. You can't. You have to, wake up early in the morning. There are certain disciplines. You get up in the morning, you take a bath, and then you have a disciplined life cycle and disciplined life cycle. That is the second. You have not started even breathing yet. First 2 things. I challenge you, go to any yoga school. They will not ask you, are you following yam and niyam? If it is a real yoga teacher, first he says, do this, then come to me. So no, pay £50 and start doing yoga. So yama and niyam. So first, good character. Second is that disciplined life cycle. And then comes asana. Asana is physical postures that are intended to be stable and comfortable. And then comes, you sit down, and then do different, bodily postures. And that will make your body, you're preparing a body for further progress in yoga. So it gives you good health. And mostly people are doing yoga for this reason only, asana. That this Shavasana, Mudrasana, said so many asanas are there. If you got blood pressure, diabetes, some back problem, if you do this thing, the problems will go away. So it is part of yoga. But because you have got further to go, so you are just preparing your body for further progress. But mostly people, they don't do yama niyama, straight go to asana. This is just a beginning part of the yoga. And then comes pranayama, breath control and extension of the breath. And then comes, your body is, now comfortable. Then you do all these breathing exercises. And there is pranayama is just one, but there are so many other breathing exercises which just stabilizes your mind. First your body is stable, then you have to make your mind stable. So the next stage is breath control, which is called pranayama. Then next stage is pratyahar, withdrawal of the senses from external distractions to turn inward. So you are doing breathing, your mind is controlled. Then now you all your senses, no distractions from outside world. Then you completely absorbed inward. Still with me? And the next is dharana, concentration of focusing the mind on the single point. Your body is stable, your mind is stable, your senses are, stable. Now points, concentrate on the single point of focus. That is called dharana. Still you have not reached the samadhi yet. Then the next stage is dhyana, which is called meditation, which is the sustained flow of concentration. So in dharana, you are trying to focus on single point, but you are not successful. But when you are successful in single point of focus, that is called meditation or dhyana. The next is, and the final is samadhi, a state of blissful absorption or union of consciousness. Then you are completely absorbed in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the last stage of samadhi. This is the 8th stage. Now if you look at, in our temple, there's a first picture there. You see here, there's a yogi sitting down, and then he is focusing on the Vishnu or Narayan. So in samadhi state, you are completely absorbed in samadhi. You are focusing on the Narayan who is residing in your heart. And then he's totally in samadhi, is completely focusing on that. So samadhi actually means concentration, complete absorption in the absolute, which is Krishna. But the samadhi, it comes after lots and lots and lots and lots of hard practice. It does not come easily. This Ashtanga Yoga way of process to achieve samadhi is very difficult. Especially in Kali Yuga, not possible. In fact, later on in Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna says, Arjun, you do this yoga. Arjuna straight away rejects it. Krishna, it is not possible. He said, it is easy to control the raging wind, but it is more difficult than that is to control one's mind. Arjuna, 5,000 years back, he was a very powerful man. His mind is in full control because, in those days to control various weapons, your mind should be completely focused. Then only you can control the various weapons. So he knows what is mind control. But he completely rejects. Says, Krishna, this is not for me. If Arjuna has rejected this process 5,000 years back, my dear friends, there is no chance, we can ever achieve success using this process, Ashtanga Yoga. Very difficult to achieve samadhi in the Ashtanga Yoga process. In fact, it is said, even though you are focused, you achieve success in Ashtanga Yoga process to achieve Samadhi, you have to come on the platform of Bhakti Yoga. Then only your Samadhi is successful. So now we are hearing Bhakti Yoga. What is this Bhakti Yoga? Bhakti Yoga is the another yoga process which is more easier than Ashtanga Yoga. More easier than the Ashtanga Yoga. And in Ashtanga Yoga, the success is not guaranteed. You may start the process, but success, you might be successful, you may not be successful. But in Bhakti Yoga, the success is guaranteed, that you will achieve the Samadhi, the ultimate absorption in Krishna. But in Ashtanga Yoga, it's not guaranteed. Okay, we talked about Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti. What is Bhakti Yoga? Bhakti Yoga, as we go in Bhagavad-Gita, the 9th chapter, where Krishna talks about Bhakti Yoga. In fact, the middle 6th chapter is all about Bhakti Yoga. Krishna says this is the most easiest way. In fact, in our Kali Yuga, the current situation we are going through in the world, this is the most easiest and recommended way of achieving this Samadhi or Krishna consciousness. Very easy. How is this done? You simply chant Krishna's name. Devotees try to spend 2 hours each day chanting Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They try, because we are all busy people. We got jobs, families, responsibilities. We can't 24 hours a day we can do it. At least 2 hours a day, you chant the name of Krishna, absorbed in the name of Krishna. What next? You have to look after the family. So, treat each family member as the property of Krishna. That Krishna, you have given me the responsibility of my wife, my husband, my children, my parents. Let me serve them, as responsibility given by you. And let me give all the facility that they become a good devotee of yours. Then you go out, earn money and have a house and try to look after the family. Then even though you are working, but because you are doing as a service to Krishna, your job, your business becomes Samadhi. Not directly, but indirectly. That now you are doing for the pleasure of Krishna. Then when you are at home, make your home, a temple, have a nice altar in the temple, serve Krishna, do nice food offering to Krishna, invite devotees of Krishna. And that way your house is also absorbed in Krishna's thoughts. That is also Samadhi. So Bhakti Yoga is very easy way to do it. And success is guaranteed. But in Ashtanga Yoga, success is not guaranteed. And even if you succeed, ultimately you have to come to the platform of Bhakti Yoga. But Bhakti Yoga straight away, so Prabhupada once described, Ashtanga Yoga is like, if you want to climb a 100-story building, 100-story building, and there are 2 ways. Either you go by lift or you go by stairs. Which one is easy? Lift. Why not stairs? It's hard. Yeah, and success not guaranteed, because after 15 say, too difficult, let's go down. So, even if you succeed, you will achieve the same position what the Bhakti Yogis achieve by doing the lift. So ultimately, you have to become a Bhakti Yogi to achieve Samadhi, complete Samadhi. So why waste time in Ashtanga Yoga? So, lot of philosophy. Let's do some story of Ashtanga Yogi and Bhakti Yogi. So we said in Ashtanga Yoga, the Samadhi is very difficult. So, have you heard this, a very great Rishimuni called Vishwamitra? Everybody heard this name, Vishwamitra? Yeah. So many thousands of years back, there was this king, very powerful king. And he once went to a devotee's house called Vashishta Muni. And he had this one cow. That cow was giving whatever is required. So this Vishwamitra Muni, formerly he was this king, he said, I want this cow. He said, sorry, I cannot give you, because whatever I required for my devotional service, this cow provides, so I cannot give you. If you don't give me, I'll take it away anyway. So he attacked, he just started taking the cow away. And the cow, from the cow came so many soldiers. And he defeated the king. Said, you can't take me. So then Vishwamitra Muni, he got really offended. He said, I'm a king. I can do whatever I want, but I cannot defeat this devotee. I want to defeat this devotee. So he asked some knowledgeable people, what do I do? He said, become a yogi. Like this Vasishta Muni, he's living in jungle, he's doing tapasya. You also do tapasya. So he started doing the yoga practice, or he called it Ashtanga Yoga. So he started, this yama, niyama, asana, dhyan, dharana, pratyahar. And then he was, going through this process. And, he was a stage, in a stage what is called dhyana. Meditation which is sustained flow of concentration, is completely focused inside, is not achieved samadhi yet. He is doing a dhyan. So while he was doing this dhyan, one of the, again, we didn't cover this, in this Ashtanga Yoga process, as a side effect, you get various siddhis. Siddhis are, your mystic powers you get. One of the mystic power is that prapti. You can take anything you want from anywhere in the world and you can just take it here. For example, we are all sitting here and we want a iPad. So you can just right now you can focus, there is a curries in Henley, so you just go there, and then, iPad from there, it comes here. So anything, anywhere in this world, you can get it. There are some, some failed yogis, they are there. Some years back there was one very famous yogi, he can take you gold or somewhere, somewhere. Here there's one of that siddhi. So this, in the dhyana stage, you get many siddhis. You become smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. You can control somebody's mind. You can various siddhis. But these are all distractions. So this Vishwamitra Muni had various siddhis. And he was doing dhyan. He was getting very powerful. So the Indra, the king of heaven, sometimes back we talk about, Govardhan Leela. Indra becomes very fearful. He said, this Vishwamitra is doing a lot of tapasya and he might become so powerful that he will take away my position. So I have to, break his concentration, break his tapasya. Again we talked about, in the verse it says, in this world, there will be changes. So this Vishwamitra Muni, he is not disturbing anybody, but this Indra became his enemy. Did he threaten him? No. Sometimes these things happens in our life. We are not harming anybody, but still people become your enemy. So this Vishwamitra very peacefully sitting in a forest. He had no interest in Indra's position. But then Indra, he thought, I must break his tapasya. So earlier we talked about 5 senses. The sense of touch, the opposite sex attraction. So strong. Said, I'll send my best Apsara, my female companion. So he sent a lady called Menaka. Said, you go and, break his concentration. So, this Vishwamitra Muni, in complete dhyan, this Menaka, she came. And how can you attract somebody whose, eyes are closed, he's not looking anywhere? So he danced and did some, postures and all, but not successful. So what did she do? She had nice bangles. So she did this ching, ching, ching. This Vishwamitra Muni, full concentration, but he heard ching, ching, ching. There must be some lady. He says, no, I'm completely concentrating on my dhyan. Again, ching, ching, ching. And 2 times, 3 times. This is a very sweet ching, ching, ching. If this sound is so good, the lady who is making this sound, she must be really beautiful. She tried his best not to open his eyes. Finally, he gave up. He opened his eyes. What is saying? Nice, beautiful lady, Menaka. He got attracted to him. Then he married to her. Then he had a daughter called, what is the daughter's name? Shakuntala. She had a daughter of Shakuntala. And then, Vishwamitra realized, oh, what have I done? I was at the stage of dhyan. I didn't achieve the perfection. What have I done? I got distracted by this opposite sex. So again started doing dhyan. So let me start again. Again, many years. Earlier he did 60,000 years of meditation. 60,000 years. And the one lady did and ching, ching, ching. 60,000 pani mein. Again, went to the forest. Again doing severe tapasya. Yam, niram, asana, pranayam, dhyan. Completely focused. Again Indra got fearful. Hare, he says, Menaka. He said, no, you sent me last time. I want to do again, So he said, okay, Menaka plus 1. Urvashi. I think Urvashi or I forgot her name. Chitralekha or somebody, I forgot the second Apsara's name. And whatever, we are not interested, I pray that she doesn't come here, she went, she's better than Menaka. She did, then ching, ching, ching. And this Vishwamitra thinking, oh, not again. She said, no, I'm not opening my eyes, Then she's doing ching, 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 ching. Says, what is this? 60,000 years. Again, I don't want to go through again. Says, somebody is trying to break my dhyan. This is not good. Says, whatever this lady is there, I'm going to burn to ashes. She opens his eyes. And she's so angry that, with his eyes, he's burning, he burned down this lady live. And she was dead. And then he said, I'm a failure again. Before, I was conquered by lust. Venka time, he couldn't control his lust. And this time, he's failure again because he's overtaken by anger. Can we connect again? Krishna says in 56, one who is not disturbed in mind even amidst the threefold miseries, or related when there is a happiness, and one who is free from attachment, fear and anger is called a sage of steady mind. He says, I'm a failure because I couldn't control my anger. So earlier lust and now anger. So he said, 60,000 before, 60,000 again, 120,000 years he wasted in Ashtanga Yoga. Anybody still wants to do Ashtanga Yoga? If you want Urvashi or Menka. My dear friend, it's non-starter. Vishwamitra Muni in Satya Yuga, he gave up. He said, this is not for me. Then he went to Brahmaji. He says, Brahmaji, how do I achieve perfection? He said, go to Vasishtha Muni and take his shelter. Become his devotee. Ask forgiveness to him and he'll make you a devotee. So he goes there. And he associates with Vasishtha Muni. Then he becomes friend. And then he's doing all his tapasya for the pleasure of Krishna. And then he becomes completely purified. All his senses are completely in control. And he achieves the perfection. And then what happens? Lord Ram. He was doing some yagyas in forest. And he gets the association of Lord Ram. He goes to the Dashrath Maharaj and says, can you please send Ram to the forest because some demons are troubling us. And earlier I was overtaken by lust, then the anger. If I fight now, because I'm a rishi, I cannot fight. So I do not want to break my vows. So please send Ram. So then he had a personal association of Ram. And then he has the credit of taking Ram to Mithila and the meeting of Sita and Ram. So now he's completely purified, devotee, and he has got the personal association of Ram. And he gets the credit of marrying Ram to Sita. But earlier he tried the Ashtanga Yoga. No success. No Samadhi. But then he did the devotional way. Full success. So much success that he could personally associate with Ram and Sita together. So this is the power of Bhakti Yoga. And then we have a very recent example of Thakur Haridas. Anybody heard this name, Haridas Thakur? After every kirtan, we say Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Yeah. So who is this Haridas Thakur? So Haridas Thakur is called Namacharya. He would chant 192 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every single day. To chant 16 rounds, it takes 2 hours. He was chanting 192 rounds every single day. How many hours will it take? Any idea? It will take for him about 20 hours or sometimes 22 hours. So within the remaining time, he will sleep, he will meet devotees, and he will, do some other activities. But most of his time was spent chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So he was totally in Samadhi all the time. He was chanting Hare Krishna. And within the time when he is not chanting Hare Krishna, he is still absorbed of Krishna's name by meeting his devotees, Krishna's devotees, or helping some devotees. Complete absorption. He was completely in Samadhi. So he was getting very famous amongst the people. And then one day, one local, rich man, he became very envious of Haridas Thakur. He said, he is getting very famous and nobody is respecting me. I must defame him. So he hires a prostitute, saying that you go to this Haridas Thakur and allure him And then, when the right time comes, I'll bring the villagers and we can then defame him. So this lady said, yes, I can do this. Nobody can stand in front of my beauty. I am the most, popular prostitute. Nobody can resist my, attraction. So this Haridas Thakur, day and night he was chanting Hare Krishna. So he had a small hut and he had a small, tulsi plant, and he would just sit down and chant Hare Krishna in front of this tulsi plant. And this lady, prostitute, came and says, Haridas, that time he was about 25 years old. So you are young, I am young. It's right time we associate together. Please accept my request. Haridas Thakur said, yes, if you come asking something for me, I must not disappoint you. I'll give you whatever you want. But I have not finished my chanting yet. So can you please wait for some time? And once my chanting is finished, I can fulfill your desire. She said, okay, no problem. She sat down. And Haridas Thakur, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And this prostitute, she's listening his chanting. And it became morning. Sun rose. And Haridas said, sorry, I couldn't finish my chanting before. So, no problem, come tonight again. Then I'll fulfill your desire. She came again. Said, okay, I've still got my chanting left. So, no problem, I'll wait. She was very determined lady. I'll wait. Then, the night before she fell asleep, while he was chanting. This night, she was quite awake. And he heard Haridas Thakur's chanting throughout the night. And in the morning, again the morning came, the sun rose. Said, sorry lady, please come again. So she came, third night. He said, please wait, I haven't finished my chanting. No problem, I'll wait. And she's sitting, she's hearing Haridas Thakur's chanting. And she realized, what is she doing? He's a nice devotee. And what am I doing here? Trying to defame him. What a sinful person I am. Then she fails at the feet of Haridas Thakur. Please forgive me. I came here with the intention to defame you. But I've realized, He said, my dear lady, I knew what were your intentions were. So when you came, I knew that this Ramchandra Khan has sent you here. But just to save you, I stayed here. Otherwise I would have left this place 3 days back only. He says, please accept me as your disciple. This prostitute said, please accept me as your disciple. Yes, I'll accept you as disciple. But first, you gave up all the wealth that you have earned with your profession. You gave up everything. Then shave your head off. And I'm leaving this place, you can have this place. From now on, every day, you chant Hare Krishna in front of the Tulsi Devi. And then she became a very famous devotee. And Haridas Thakur fame increased even more. That this lady, just by hearing Hare Krishna from his mouth, she's completely reformed. Now try to compare Vishwamitra Muni and Haridas Thakur. It's the same. Yeah. Vishwamitra Muni, he could not resist because he was not at the level of devotional service. He was artificially trying to achieve Samadhi. And he was unsuccessful. Haridas Thakur was completely absorbed in Krishna. Even though, the changes, the temptations were coming, he He was completely in his control. It did not affect him. And not only that did not affect him, but the person who came, he got purified. The Menka and Urvashi, whatever the second lady was, they were not purified by Vishwamitra's association. But Haridas Thakur, he purified her. And she became a very great devotee. I forgot her name. It is, they said, her Samadhi, even the, this lady, when any great saint, who leaves his body, and they put him in the ground, not as a grave, it's called Samadhi. Her Samadhi is still there somewhere. That she was saved by Haridas Thakur, liberated by Haridas Thakur. So my dear friend, this is Samadhi. Samadhi means complete absorption in Krishna. And we can achieve this Samadhi through the Bhakti Yoga. And how do we do Bhakti Yoga? First thing is chant Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Prabhupada has given this process. Chant at least 2 hours a day, 16 rounds. 16 rounds takes 2 hours. So chant his name. And then throughout the day, whatever job, business you are doing, whatever you earn, make an offering to Krishna. Support Krishna's preaching activity, temple, look after your family as a devotee of Krishna. And that way, you can still be absorbed 24 hours a day. Even though you are working, you don't have to go to forest, it's like Vishwamitra Muni. You can still do your job. You can still go to your hospital, your office, you're working from home, wherever you are, you can still do it. But you can still be situated in Samadhi. So, was it helpful? Yeah? Are you all attracted by Samadhi? So, it's very easy to achieve. Only thing we have to be sincere. But don't go Vishwamitra way. Go Haridas Thakur way. Prabhupada, he very famously said, as a devotee, what we are doing is chanting, dancing and feasting. This is what our activities are. You go to any ISKCON festival, there is no new item. There is chanting happening, which we're going to do it now, in a few minutes. There's dancing, you do dance in the kirtan, please do dance. At the end, we feast, we eat together. Next Sunday, same thing, chanting, dancing, feasting. You do Rath Yatra, chanting, dancing, feasting. Govardhan Puja, chanting, dancing, feasting. Janmashtami, chanting, dancing, feasting. Whichever program you go, same thing. And they're so easy. Prabhupada says, what is the difficulty? Is there a difficulty to do chanting? There's difficulty to do dancing? There's definitely no problem in doing feasting. You come to our temple, full plate of prasadam. And then devotee force you to take second time, take third time. And take something home also. So no problem in feasting also. So if you do this chanting, dancing and feasting in the right consciousness, that will lead us to Samadhi. Complete absorption. In fact, when I first started, experiencing the higher taste of Krishna consciousness, when the Sunday program is to finish, I'll go home, I'll wait for the next Sunday program. Whether the next Sunday program is going to come. So my Monday to Saturday, I was absorbed in waiting for Sunday feast program. So there is another Samadhi. You look forward to meeting devotees. So this is a very easy process. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anybody any questions or comment? Or any suggestion? Yes. Samadhi is saying, generally we think Samadhi means when a saintly person dies, we call this Samadhi. Actually you're right. you know, any great devotee, a saintly person dies, and we don't cremate their body. We bury them in the ground, not lying down, in a sitting posture. Prabhupada, if you go to Vrindavan, as you enter the Vrindavan temple, on the left side, there's a big temple that is Prabhupada's Samadhi. Prabhupada, his body is there under the, where his murti is there. And why it is called Samadhi? Because these saintly people, the devotees, throughout their life, they spend their life absorbed in Krishna's thoughts and giving opportunity to other people to be absorbed in Krishna's thoughts. This is what their life is all about. And when they are leaving their body, they are fully absorbed in Krishna. There are various, famous video of Prabhupada's last days. Prabhupada, is in Vrindavan, he's lying on the bed. And Jaydev Maharaj, he's putting a dictaphone in front of his mouth. And Prabhupada, his body is completely shattered, there is nothing, no energy in the body. Prabhupada can't even speak, he doesn't have even energy to speak. But still, whatever energy is there, he's translating Srimad Bhagavatam. And if you see that video, he's in completely absorbed, completely aware of what he is talking. Generally, materially when people are dying in hospital, they just talk, blabber, nothing. We don't know what they are talking. You must have seen many people dying. But Prabhupada, completely aware, and is, dictating the translation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Completely aware. Even the body is not any cooperation from the body, but he is completely in control. And then, Prabhupada, just few days back, he said, I want to do parikrama of Govardhan. Take me to Bullock cart. I want to do parikrama. He's completely absorbed in Giri Govardhan. Some days back he said, I want to die fighting for Krishna. So take me to London. I want to go and preach there. Prabhupada, you can't travel. No, I want to go. Completely absorbed, completely focused. Just few days before he left his body, I think in fact few hours before, someone asked him, Prabhupada, do you have any last desire? So Prabhupada spoke in Hindi. Koi ichha nahi. He had no desire whatsoever. Completely absorbed in Krishna. And when he left his body, completely, in peace, in Vrindavan, while the kirtan is going on. And that's how he took Samadhi. So all these great people, when they leave their body, this is Samadhi. If you go to Vrindavan, so many Samadhis are there. And if it are ISKCON Goshala, there's a particular place allocated. It's called Samadhi Sthali. All the great devotees, when they leave their body, they are given their Samadhi place there. Couple of years back, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he left his body, so his Samadhi is there in Vrindavan. Then Kadam Kanan Maharaj, his Samadhi is there. Similarly, in the past, Prabhupada, where he lived in Vrindavan, in Radha Damodar temple, there's a Samadhi of Rupa Goswami and Jiva Goswami. And just few meters away, there are so many devotee Samadhis are there. Because these devotees, they leave their body in Vrindavan, completely absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. So something for us to aspire for. When you go to Krishna, when you go to Vrindavan, of course, we want to go to see many temples of Krishna. But devotees, they also very enthusiastically look forward to visit various samadhis of the devotees. Because when you go to these samadhis, they are so powerful. In fact, if you go down to Vrindavan, Prabhupada Samadhi temple, you will never see it is empty. Devotees are always sitting around, and chanting Hare Krishna there. And if you just sit there, peaceful and pray to Prabhupada, you'll feel the presence of Prabhupada there. Till today. And then go to Mayapur. Mayapur also has Prabhupada Pushpa Samadhi. So Pushpa Samadhi is that Prabhupada's physical body was there in Vrindavan. Then his flowers, when he was put into Samadhi, those flowers were taken to Mayapur. And then in Mayapur there's a Prabhupada's Pushpa Samadhi. And one of the biggest temple structure I've ever seen in my life, Prabhupada's Pushpa Samadhi. Very powerful place again, very powerful. And then in Mayapur there is a Bhakti Vinod Thakur's Samadhi. Recently we went to Vrindavan, then there is we went to Samadhi of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Very powerful place, very powerful place. Anyway, I'm getting absorbed in Samadhi, so I have to come out. So I'll stop here now. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You can all stand up now and we'll have Kirtan.
Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radhe. जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शशि श्रीमद् हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिर गोवर्धन की। वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय कलयुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
प्रह्लादलाददायिने हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः शिलादङ्गानकालाये इतो नरसिंह परदो नृसिंह यदो यदो यामि तदो नृसिंह बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नृसिंह नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नाखाम् अल्फुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गां केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे अल्फुतशृङ्गां हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रहलाद महाराज की जय।
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नम ब्राह्मणी वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतं राजन विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीरार विद्याजाल ज्ञानेन्द्रियता हे काल जीवे फेले विषय सागरे तार मध्य जीवाति लोभ माय सुदुर्मति ताके जेते कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो दयामय करी बार जीव जाय स्वप्रसादन दिल पाय से अनामृत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमिता को चैतन्य निताय जैन माय जैनताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। माँ प्रसादम की
Hare Krishna everyone. Once again I welcome you all to our Sunday Feast program. We are ready for Sunday Feast. Our feast will be is awaiting us upstairs. Two quick announcements. Our Gita Jayanti will be celebrated a week after, which is on the 30th of November, Sunday. Our program will start at 12 o'clock. We'll go till about 4:35. We'll be reciting the full Bhagavad-Gita, start to finish, as we do it every year. Actual Bhagavad-Gita is on Monday, but we are doing a day before on Sunday, so we can all take part in it. So please note this date, 30th November, we'll be reciting the whole Bhagavad-Gita, start to end. Many of our devotees, our children, they recite Bhagavad-Gita chapters, so we all take turns and reciting Bhagavad-Gita. So any devotees who want to recite any chapter in Bhagavad-Gita, please can give me your names, and if you want to prepare yourself how to recite, so we can give you some training also, we can give you some chapter, which chapter you can do. But if you want to recite any Bhagavad Gita chapters, please let me know. I can put you down your name for that chapter, and we can start filling up the slot. One very good news, something new will start this year. After every few chapters, one of our devotee will be summarizing what this chapter is all about. So not only will recite Bhagavad-Gita start to finish, but at every few chapters we'll have a little break, and one of our devotee will be explaining what this chapter is all about. So we'll also understand what this Bhagavad-Gita is all about. And this year, our dear devotee Dinbandhu Prabhu from Manchester, he'll be coming for the full Bhagavad Gita recitation, and he will be giving us the summary of all the chapters. So Dinbandhu Prabhu ki jai. So he is a very well versed in Bhagavad Gita. Many of our devotees, they really are inspired by his teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So this is something good news that we have. Then there is something even more good news. The good news is that on 19th December, which is Friday, His Holiness Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj will be here in Stoke-on-Trent. Keshav Maharaj ki jai. I think many of you know him. He is very famous young sannyasi who travels all over the world, but he is giving us some time for Stoke. So on Friday, 19th December, Maharaj will be giving a little class, some program here. You can also meet Maharaj personally on that day. He'll be here for some time. The program will start at 7 o'clock in the evening. So 7 till 9, the program will be there, and after the program, there will be prasadam. So please do come. There will be nice kirtan, very inspiring class by Maharaj, and there's a prasadam for everyone. You can also bring your friends and relatives, anybody you want to introduce them to Krishna consciousness. This is the best day to bring them. You can introduce them to Maharaj, and Maharaj can surely inspire them to take up the Krishna consciousness. So these are the two important days that we are looking forward to. 30th November, Gita recitation, Gita Jayanti, starting at 12 o'clock. And on 19th December, Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj visiting temple. The program starts at 7 in the evening. Any devotee or a guest who has come for the first time or after a long time? No, you're all old-timers, yeah? Okay. Hare Krishna. So once again, thank you very much for coming today. Prasadam is awaiting us, first floor. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.